I now give the floor to the representative of Pakistan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let me start by thanking SRSG Santos Simao for his valuable briefing. We appreciate your efforts, SRSG, aimed at establishing contact with national and regional stakeholders to promote inclusive political dialogue and secure support for the region's economic, humanitarian, and security needs. We also thank Dr. Afolabi for her briefing. I take this opportunity to express our condolences on the loss of life in multiple terrorist attacks in the region, including the most recent one in Niger on 21st March, which the Council has rightly condemned. Mr. President, the latest report of the Secretary General on the activities of UNOWAS presents a stark picture of the considerable security, political, and humanitarian challenges facing the region. We draw some satisfaction from the fact that there is quiet diplomacy across the region. We note that many countries in the region have either launched or are pursuing efforts to undertake internal consultations to promote domestic reconciliation. It is also encouraging to see efforts being undertaken by the countries of the region to promote socio-economic development and social cohesion. We think that the channels of communication should remain open and parties should prioritize dialogue to foster peace and stability. The volatile security situation in the region, particularly the threat emanating from terrorism, is alarming. Of greater concern is the resurgence of militant activities in the coastal countries, having a cascading effect on the already dire humanitarian situation. At the same time, we must remain vigilant of other security threats, including armed conflict, civil unrest, transnational organized crime, including illicit trafficking and irregular migration, which may also negatively impact beyond the region. In the face of these critical threats, it is imperative for the countries in the region to work together through joint actions in both kinetic and non-kinetic domains. That such efforts have been impeded by lack of regional cohesion, as reported by the Secretary General, is not an encouraging sign in our view. Mr. President, Pakistan has close fraternal ties with countries in West Africa and the Sahel region. We support all initiatives aimed at promoting stability and development in the region. We take pride in our historical contribution to UN's efforts in the past, successful endeavors to restore peace in several countries, including Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Côte d'Ivoire. We also welcome the incremental progress in implementing the UN integrated strategy for the Sahel, particularly focusing on food systems and transforming education and youth employment. I would like to make following points. First, we should extend all possible assistance to the countries in the region in their fight against terrorism and violent extremism. Adopting a comprehensive approach to counterterrorism that also addresses the root causes is crucial. Second, training and capacity building is necessary to build institutional frameworks of our African partners who are at the forefront of the fight against terrorism. This includes effective border control mechanisms to curb the illegal movement of terrorists, stemming the flow of arms trafficking, and to break the nexus of terrorist entities with transnational criminal networks. Pakistan supports efforts towards this end and is willing to share its experience and expertise in this domain. Third, the international community must contribute to strengthening governance structures and building the capacity of local institutions according to their needs and priorities, based on the principle of African solutions to African problems. In this regard, encouraging inclusive political processes remains essential for achieving lasting peace in the region. Fourth, reinvigoration of regional approach is vital for establishing collective security architecture to enhance counterterrorism cooperation, strengthen governance, and tackle socio-economic challenges. The role of the African Union and ECOWAS remains crucial in this regard. Fifth, the Secretary General's latest report highlights significant other issues facing the region, such as food insecurity, poverty, inflation, and climate impacts. The region clearly requires support for economic development and stabilization, as well as enhanced humanitarian assistance to those in need. Mr. President, it is obvious from our discussions today that in West Africa and the Sahel, the security challenges are intertwined with the wider political, economic, and socio-economic development issues. Needless to emphasize, this requires a comprehensive approach and a cooperative environment that aligns the national, regional, and international efforts solidly behind the objective of durable peace and stability in this region. Pakistan remains committed to working with all colleagues to advancing such an approach. Thank you.